So I want you to be honest with yourself and ask, would you be able to survive on your own today if you lost everything? Are you dependent on any particular thing or any person, any family member, any possessions? So this process is badly needed, and I'll give you my own personal example, which is very personal to me. But I realized that I was still being a boy at the age of 21. When I was completing 21 years of age, I realized that I had been at home. I realized that I had always been protected, sheltered, cared for by my parents. I realized that I got everything easy. I realized that I had too many people around me to help me out, and that if today I was thrown into a jungle, I would probably die because I wouldn't know how to do shit. So what did I do? I did not throw myself into a jungle, but what I did was I realized that I need to get out of this environment which had me very comfortable and in which I was like a king already, but I was a boy king, not a man king, and that I need to go through shit and get a kick on my ass. That is what I knew I needed to do. What did I do? I ventured to study abroad, do 2 master's degrees and study them together, and go to a place where I didn't know anybody, where I had no family, no friends, didn't know the culture, any of that shit. So I went abroad, stayed abroad for 3.5 years. And all this time, I went through the worst ordeals of my life, such as studying with people who were at least 5 to 10 years elder than me, such as fighting for jobs with people who had much more experience than me. There was nobody who had 2 masters at the age of 21, 22 over there. I was the only one. I was competing against guys like 26, 27 to get into some of the best jobs in the industries that we were looking at. And you had to learn how to fight. You had to learn how to better yourself. I had to learn, like the biggest kick I actually got was learning how to cook food and eat, and learning how to wash clothes. I did not know how to use a washing machine because at home I had always had people to do this shit for me. I always had my meals prepared. I never had to wash any dishes. I learned how to wash dishes, cook food for myself, and learn how to wash my own clothes. And these were my actually most important lessons. They kicked the shit out of me. And somebody can laugh or make fun of something like this, but the thing is, I knew that that is what was going to be tough for me, and that is what I need to learn. And those little things that I learned were enabling me to later on become stronger and develop qualities that allowed me to take on any challenge that would come my way as a man and win, and to turn into a man king rather than a boy. And other things that I had to do was I had to look for houses. I had changed 6 houses in 2 months, and I had just started a new job. And like this, there were so many situations where I was under so much pressure that I used to cry, and I used to be on the phone with my parents, to the point where I realized that actually they can't help me anymore because they're not here. They cannot find a house for me. They cannot cook my food for me. They cannot wash my clothes for me. I have to do all of that on my own. And either I could have collapsed, and my parents were actually so worried that they're like, come back, Sirhud, you do not need to, go through all of this and stuff like that. But I knew that I needed a kick on my ass. And if I escape now, that throughout life, I will always remain a boy who will never be able to face these kind of situations. And those situations can come in any shape or form. And in order to be prepared for them, you have to kill the boy inside of you. You have to become a man. You have to learn how to take responsibility. You have to learn how you are supposed to give back to this world that has given so much to you. You have to learn how to spread and help others with whatever purpose that you have on this planet. And going through shit is going to allow you to discover that about yourself. So I want you to be honest with yourself and ask, would you be able to survive on your own today if you lost everything? Are you dependent on any particular thing or any person, any family member, any possessions? Is your sense of self-worth, for example, determined by what car you drive as a man, or rather what you are as a man? Would you call yourself a man? What do you think makes you a man? Do you define your worth by those around you? Do you know what your purpose is? Do you define yourself by those who are around you? Or do you define yourself based on whoever you are as a person, whatever you have gone through in your life and whatever your purpose is? So listen to your own instincts. Kill the boy inside of you. Stop playing video games. I'm not saying that you can never play them. Enjoy them when you need to, but stop being an addict to them. Stop escaping reality into video games, into porn, into crime, into drugs, into any of that kind of stuff. Stop getting into gangs in order to feel more macho, masculine, or manly. Guys join the army and try to fight wars because they do not get that experience anywhere else of killing the boy inside of you, because you cannot fight a war if you're a boy. You have to be a man in order to fight a war and protect your own people. So these are the kind of pseudo initiations that we have in today's life, where you have gangs or you have military training and these kind of things which people resort to, because in modern society there is no process left which teaches you how to go from being a boy to a fucking man. People only will teach you that you have to fucking either study, or that you're supposed to live like this, or you're supposed to praise women and fucking go like feminism, or all this other kind of shit is what society is going to condition you to believe. And they forget that the most important thing is at least teaching you about life and letting you go through experiences that make you a mature adult. Whether you're a man or a woman, there are initiations for women also. There are processes for women also to turn from a girl to a woman. Society, our fucking society is full of grown-up children walking around, if you observe what is happening in the world.